So it's probably done. My baby has to receive IV fluids. She's dehydrated. Are you feeling better? Cold?
I'm dying quite softly, but baby, just bring
the bag's almost empty.
Saying that you love me, but you don't mean it.
That sounds like no, I'm okay.
I'm dying quite softly, but baby, don't kill me just yet. Hold my hand as we walk down this cold dead road. Hold my heart and never let it go, 'cause you're leaving me and you're not coming back now. Yeah, you're leaving me. I'm dying quite softly, but baby, don't kill me just yet. I guess my little love spell didn't do the trick. I'm dying quite softly, but baby, don't kill me too quick. I guess my cosmic love rays didn't seep in. Ooh, but hold my hand as we walk down this cold dead road. Hold my heart and never let it go, 'cause you're leaving me and you're not coming back now. Yeah, you're leaving me.
We finally made it back from the hospital. We've had lunch. Jada has showered and taken her medications and she's gone to bed. I am getting ready to bake some blueberry muffins. You're going to hear the oven beep in a little while to tell me that it's ready to go in. This is what I do when I get stressed out. I bake because it seems to take away a lot of the stress. Plus, I had some blueberries that were going to go bad. And I'll be darned if I'm going to waste my good blueberries because they're expensive. So let's see. That's Joshua. Joshua, is that your toe that clicks?
Yes,
or your knee?
my right big toe.
His big toe clicks when he walks. It clicks when he walks. So anyways, can you see yourself, Josh?
Yeah,
oh,
I
there
can see
you
myself
go.
just fine.
So let's see if I can go back to the beginning without losing battery power here, because I don't know what's going on with this battery. Joshua thinks I need a new battery for that camera. So I'm using the old battery from the old Nikon in my new Nikon. Anyways, let's go back to the beginning. On the 18th of September, Jada had wisdom teeth extraction surgery. I feel like the dentist should have written her a prescription for antibiotics then, because it was a lot that she did in her mouth. One of the extractions developed a hematoma in this area, and then that turned to infection. We didn't know what was going on, of course. So on the 20th, she went back to the hospital, not to the dentist. They gave her a prescription for amoxicillin. She took that for 5 days, just expecting that it would work and that swelling would go down. It wasn't going down, so we went back on the 25th. They gave her, what did they give her? Clindamycin, which is a stronger antibiotic. They did a CT scan. They found out she had an abscess. They gave her a shot of steroid. They gave her steroid in pill form to come home and take for like a bajillion days. But what she wasn't telling me during the 5 days of the amoxicillin is that she was having really, really bad diarrhea with it. And so when she went back and they switched to the clindamycin, that stopped, but she was getting heartburn, so we gave her papaya enzyme and the yogurt. So she didn't have any more of the diarrhea, but I think the damage in that skin, in that area was already done. And so every time she used the bathroom, that's the oven. Joshua, would you go stick that in for me without getting burned?
Yep. Top or bottom?
The top, but the top is kind of high, so just don't get burned. That's why I keep insisting don't get burned.
Okay. I couldn't find any more of the things.
Okay, well, I'll search and see something. He wants chocolate muffins. We might have to put them in the tins without the wrapper.
That's fine.
I don't want to grease that stuff. You're going to help me grease and flour?
I'll clean them.
You'll clean them. Okay. He wants chocolate chip muffins. Yeah, so anyways, back to the story. The skin area was already irritated, and every time she would go pee, it would burn. And she didn't want to tell us nothing because she's embarrassed or whatever. And when she finally told us, about this. Like on Sunday, she had already slowed down in drinking her fluids because she figured if I don't drink, then I don't have to pee. And then, of course, the pee becomes more concentrated and more acidic, so it burns more. She didn't understand the catch-22. And by not drinking as much, she also became dehydrated. So what happened this morning, yesterday she was in pain. She was in pain in that skin area. I was like, I want to go to the bathroom. I don't want to go to the bathroom. So this morning, I guess she got up at 4 o'clock because Wednesday woke her up because Wednesday wanted to go out. What is wrong with this child? You stay in here until we get up like at 6:30. So Jada let Wednesday out. And then she went to go take a shower thinking if she could run some warm water over her injuries, she'd feel better. Well, in the shower, she had tinnitus, which is the ringing in the ear. And how that starts is that all your sound goes away and then you hear the ringing and then you get dizzy. Y'all know I know about this because I have many ears. At least they say I have many ears. And so she was so afraid that she was going to like fall in the tub. So she just wrapped a towel around herself and ran to my room and she goes, Mommy, I have dizzy spells. I'm like, what? Where are we? What country are we in? Sometimes I wake up and I don't know what country I'm in. Sometimes I think I'm still in Belize. I'm so deep in sleep. And so I put her to lay down. It wore off. And then she, got dressed, went back to bed for a little bit. She didn't sleep. She watched our show. She went in there and she watched our show, Joshua, The Good Doctor.
Dewey Hauser.
Yeah. And so then at 7 o'clock she called, got an appointment. We took her in. She saw another NP. We told her everything that's been going on. And she feels like the dizziness could have been because of dehydration, because they found out afterwards that she was dehydrated. And she also feels like it could have been because of the clindamycin, and the ringing in the ear was probably because of the antibiotic, also the clindamycin, because she's taking strong medication, 300 in each capsule 4 times a day, and she's been doing that since the 25th of September. So they took her blood pressure because they suspected dehydration, and they took it laying down, sitting up, and standing up. And of course, I think it dropped when she stood up, so they sent for stat blood work and yada yada. The nurse that came in did not know how to find that vein because when you're dehydrated, everything kind of shrivels up and twists and turns and yada yada. So she poked her, she didn't get any blood or whatever, so she says, I'm going to take you to somebody who knows what they're doing more than I do. And she goes, she's a pro. And so Jada looked scared, and I said, you want somebody who's anointed to do that, baby. You want somebody who knows what they're doing. When Jada was first born, they had to draw blood from here for her. And they sent for this guy that they said he's anointed to do it. I'm like, yes, that's who I want. Send the anointed man. And he was out. Jada didn't even cry. So they went to that lady, Maria. This lady's I thought she said her name was Iran, and she's from Iran. So I don't know what she was saying. But Maria went in there, boom, drew the blood work, put the IV in. We had to stay there for a couple of hours for that bag to drip in her. She got cold, she needed to pee, but she said when she went to go pee, it didn't burn as bad. I'm like, because you have more fluid in you and the pee is less concentrated. So I hope you guys weren't eating breakfast when you're listening to all of this. But anyways, they gave her some medication, topical medication for the affected area for that to go down. And they gave her medication to stop any kind of yeast infection if that was starting, because they weren't sure that was starting. And she still has to take the clindamycin, but the doctor wants her to drop it to 3 times a day instead of 4 times a day. And instead of taking it all the way to Sunday, to stop taking it Thursday. Like Thursday night would be her last one. So then I texted Mariana from the dentist, because I don't have his number, and I told her what was going on. And so she told him, and then he finally calls. He finally pulls a 45, like Mr. Man over there. And he's all like, what's going on? Because I sent the picture with her in the chair getting the IV fluids, and I told him everything was going on, and I told him this thing is gone, she's not in pain, but there's still a little spot in there that feels like the size of a marble that just won't go away. And then he goes, well, she needs some more of the clindamycin, but I wouldn't give it 3 times a day, I would give it 2 times a day, because she has so much in her system already. That's why she's having all these side effects, and these side effects are very rare. Rare, how do you say it?
I've never heard him say that. It's rare.
Rare. R-A-R-E, right?
Rare, yeah.
Rare? They're very rare. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes I get mixed up with R-E-A-R and R-A-R-E. Sometimes I get mixed up with B-E-E-R and B-E-A-R and B-A-R-E. I get mixed up with... When I say mixed up, it's because I'm saying it like Creole. So you might hear me say beer, pantry show instead of bear, pantry show instead of beer that you drink. I get confused with the pronunciation. Anyways, let's talk really quickly before my battery dies about Las Vegas. I'm getting so bitterly angry with the fact that these people can buy these type of guns. Why, Jesus? Why? Like Sam said on my last vlog in the comments, I own a pistol and a shotty. That's all you need if you live in a deserted area. You don't even need, oh God.
Yeah.
Why do you need...
No one needs a burst fire...
assault rifles.
Burst fire automatic rifle.
And you know what's angering me? The people in politics are acting like they have no control over this. That we know this is going to happen again because we have no control. The only thing you don't have any control over is nature. You know, the volcanoes, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, and even that you have some control over because the hurricanes never used to be this big and this many until climate change. I do believe in climate change.
And people are still gonna illegally get those type of guns, but that guy didn't do it illegally.
He did all of that legally. He had the money to buy it. They're trying to get to the bottom of why he did it. I don't care why he did it. Maybe if my loved one was shot, I would care why he did it. Right about now, I don't want to hear why he did it. I want to know how come it's legal for him to buy all these guns.
Right.
I don't even care how he got it into the hotel room because the hotels don't check. They're taking luggage up. That goes up as luggage. It's just like this guy that used to live across the street, Joshua. The man that used to live across the street, well, his parents bought the house in 65. This man's like in his 60s right now. The parents are in there. Well, the mom's dead. The dad's in his 80s. And this guy was really, well, he's still good friends with us. But when I first met him, for 2 years we were friendly and I didn't know that he was something wrong mentally. Until he moved away to another state. I don't want to say the states or nothing because I don't know if they watch my vlogs. But he came back one time and he came over to the house. Joshua was young. Joshua was like 13. And the couches used to be over there, the big couch. And I'm in the kitchen doing the dishes and stuff, and Joe's out here entertaining him. And the guy started telling Joe this crazy story about a doppelganger. You guys know what a doppelganger is? It's like an evil twin in Lifetime movies and stuff. And so Joe didn't know what the hell a doppelganger was. so I'm like, what the hell? So I'm listening, my ears going like Ving Vang. For Belizean, you guys know E.F. Hutton. My ears go like Ving Vang. Americans say E.F. Hutton, Belize people say Ving Vang. And so anyways, I heard the guy say, when I leave from here now, Joe, somebody could come to the door tomorrow and they'll look exactly like me, but they might not be me. So I'm going to give you a password that they have to know if they come to the door. I go, oh, Lord, sweetie Jesus. So I went down the hallway to Joshua's room and I said, there's a butcher knife right here that I've stashed in the hallway. If you hear me scream, you come running down the hallway, grab that knife and stab him, okay? Stab him. I said, because he's crazy. And so anyways, he left. And after that, for the rest of the week, when we would come home from work, he'd be in his doorway. He'd fold his arms like this and he would do this. And I would run in like I didn't see him. And I was telling my cousin Susie about it. And she would laugh and she would go, I said, he's calling to want to know if we're okay. And did we see him? I'm like, no, I didn't see you. And she goes, yeah, she saw you. Yeah, she saw him. I'm like, shut up, fool, before I punch you in the face. And so anyways, he moved back to where he was living. And he's come back several times for a visit. His mom passed away and he came back for the mom's death. And he's like really a brilliantly smart person. So it's like really, really hard to detect what's wrong until he starts talking about everybody who's out to get him. Like one time I told him, I said, you see that ice cream man going down the street right now at 9 o'clock in the winter? You know he's not selling no ice cream, right? So I'm expecting the man to say what I'm thinking, which he's selling drugs.
Yeah.
The man said, I know. He's sent by the FBI and CIA to monitor me. I was like, oh Lord, this is a beautiful mind all over again. Several times he has told us that he wanted to come back on the street and what he wanted to do with some of the neighbors that he thought screwed him over. And what do I do with that information, guys? I take that down to PD, they're going to laugh me out of there. Then they're going to come back and tell him who said. Then he's going to come and kill me. So I'm like, no, I'm scared. I have a friend where, she has a son that I know something's wrong mentally. I don't know if she knows, but I know. And he owns guns. Why? What happened to background checks? These background checks, I think all they check for is to see if you have a felony. If you don't have a felony, then you can buy as many guns as you want to buy. And then you could be planning that felony. So I really and truly don't understand. How is he in a different movie? He's in my one show. Josh, him? Oh, he's working hard.
That's kind of how it goes. You get like one good role in the show or one good role
And you
in
take
the movie,
off.
and you're gone.
It's the black guy from This Is Us, the third part of the triplet.
I see those little kids from the one on Netflix with the supernatural stuff. Not the one, the girl who's like number 11. I forgot what it's called. It's right there, but people know who's watching this. Like, I see those kids in everything now. Like, one was in It, and they're everywhere. They got their roles.
Once I take off, I'm going to be in everything too, Joshua. And the thing is, once you have money, everybody wants to comp you everything. Now that you broke, nobody want to comp you nothing.
Right.
You know? So anyways, back to insane people owning guns. There is a solution. There's a solution to this. I'm telling you guys the honest truth.
Stranger Things, sorry.
I did not want those congressmen to get shot up. Remember the congressmen that got shot up? I didn't wish for that. I don't wish for nobody to get shot up, okay?
Right.
But when they got shot up, I really worked hard on feeling empathy because I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel sympathy. I couldn't feel empathy. I wondered if something was broken inside of me. I wondered if it's just because they were Republicans. But now I figured out it's not that, because I've met a few decent Republicans. I think it's because that man Scalise was against Obama when he was trying to pass these laws against guns and stuff and gun ownership. And he still hasn't come out and said anything about him being against it. He's still into the Second Amendment thing, and he still wants everybody to have guns. And he's what? He got the results of people owning guns. You know, crazy people owning guns. He got the result of it. You know, so when they bring and they show him how he's progressing, I'm like, I don't want to see that. Move on. And the stuff in Vegas with all the heroes, of course there are good people left in the world. I saw Sarah from the talk said, when things like this happen and you see all this heroic action and you know that there are really decent people still left in the world. She didn't know that?
Right.
There are a lot of decent people left in this world. Don't let the people that are acting like Trump make you give up hope and think that there are only bad people left in this world.
What pisses me off is that he's rich.
Yeah, he was rich.
Like, life would be awesome if we were rich. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I'd just be like, oh,
Give and give.
Yep.
Pay your bills, give. That's what I would do if I were rich.
Go live $100 tips if the waitress is nice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
help people out. So, you know what's the other thing that I hate that they keep saying on the news? And I know they have to get these little hooks and these little handles to bring you back to watch the news. But they keep saying, this is the worst mass shooting since mass shootings started, like in Columbine. Stop saying that, because that's what he wanted. Because why else would he take 23 guns up to that room, have them all automatic or whatever, because he knew they would overheat or jam, break out the window with the hammer. He had to take hammer up in there, you know, and spray on these 30,000 people to wipe out 527 people, because he wanted to be known as the worst mass person shooter, blah, blah, blah. He wanted that title. Don't give him that title. Call him a POS or a POC. You know, don't call him blah, blah, blah. Don't even say his name to me. Look at all these innocent people that died. A lot of young people. Look at all these families that are grieving. God. Look at the ones that are injured. Don't forget that some of them are injured so badly they're going to take 10 months to come back to reality. Who's going to feed their family then? They should take his money, his so-called money that he has, and give it to those people.
Yep.
Don't give it to no family members. Don't give it to that crazy brother keep talking. Oh, he was normal, but I wouldn't say he was normal. Because
You knew.
how much do you guys think it would cost to own a Popeyes? Do you think it's like $1 million, like a McDonald's, or do you think it would be more like a $300,000 to $500,000 venture? I went to a seminar a few months ago where they were trying to teach you how to sell on Amazon, and the guy ran this joke, the presenter ran this joke, and he says, you want to know how to make $1 million in the restaurant business quickly? And he says, start with $3 million, and then
Come out with one.
no, start with 3, and then like in a couple of months you'll be down to 1. And that's how you make $1 million in the restaurant business. I would never want to own a restaurant. That was never my dream. My mom would always say, when you own a restaurant, you're married to it. Just looking for an AutoZone. So
But you're not there again.
it moved. Let's go to the one we know, babe. So this is up here in North Fontana where the Costco is, and I went to Costco just now to find this road show that they had on the weekend where they were selling like this compound and stuff you can use on the car, yada yada, because you know sometimes we get these cars with scratches and stuff, so we'd like to like make them look a little bit better, if not fix it completely. I can't be fixing like cosmetic things. I have to fix things with the engine and stuff, you know. So the road show, unfortunately, I guess ended on Sunday or Monday, because today is already Tuesday. Oh, today I'm supposed to go live, Joe. I better get home and charge my phone. This is the day that I go live, and I already missed it last Tuesday, so I can't miss it again. So I have to go home, eat quickly, charge my phone while I'm eating, and then go live with you guys. Anyways, where was I in the story? Oh, it looks like people who have mental problems love Filipino women. I'm saying that because the man that shot up the place in Las Vegas, that woman looks Filipino to me. They said she was in Japan when he did the shooting. All of a sudden now she's in the Philippines. They're not gonna find her. They're gonna have to have assets over there to find her, okay? Now, the guy that I was telling you guys about, the one that used to live across the street, he's a white dude, and he has a thing with a Filipino woman that's all the way in the Philippines. He was supposed to go to the Philippines to meet her. Did we ever talk to him after he went to the Philippines?
I don't want to deal with you. He said he could be too busy.
He was at work? Yeah, Joe was calling to see if he survived. Because Joe told her, that woman gonna kill you over there, hide your body part somewhere. I'm like, no, she want to come here to get her green papers, her lettuce. She don't want to kill him, she'll kill him here. But she don't know it. He gonna kill her first. Anyways, Jada's at home resting. The creams and the powders and stuff are starting to work. She's still not there yet, but she's more there than how she was this morning. I left Joshua to watch the chocolate chip muffins bake. I hope he didn't take them out uncooked. I hope he didn't burn them. But you know what? He wanted chocolate chip muffins. I wanted blueberry muffins, right, Joe? What I like with my big muffins, because I don't make them cupcake size, I make them, you know, the muffin size. I like that you can cut them in half and still enjoy them and be fulfilled and not get all the calories. Because one of my big chocolate chip muffins is 281 calories. So half of that, you see right away, it's one something, right? 140 something or 130 something. So, and it's still, you know, worthwhile to eat something that you enjoy and you don't feel like you're starving. So, yeah, guys. We're gonna stop at this auto parts store and then we're gonna head home. And I don't know if Joe's gonna go to the gym. I want to go to the gym, but you know what? I have to go live, right? This is my priority. I promised you guys that I'm gonna go live on Tuesdays, and no matter what happens, I have to go live unless I'm traveling. Like last week when I went to my dad, I couldn't do it then because this thing that I have to charge my phone charges the phone very slowly. It takes like a half hour to go up like 1%. It's never going to be charged, and I couldn't have my phone go dead on me while I'm traveling, you know? So I guess I'll catch you guys at home. Scratch out. It says scratch and swirl remover. We needed to take out some swirls off of that car, so we'll see if it works. Maybe I should review this if it works, on Joe? Yeah, Daddy, in a kimono. ¿Ya está, papá?